You see, this is the thing he signed when I went to him.
What is that?
That's every insult he's ever said about me publicly.
Yeah.
I had him
I remember you.
printed out, and he signed it. God bless him.
I mean, he's...
But I earned every one of those.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I was ever deceived before or after I had dinner with him.
Right.
And I want to have dinner with him again.
Yeah.
I think he needs more people, and he likes people talking to people.
He does. That is exactly what somebody was just asking me about when I met him. What surprised me the most, and I said I was surprised that he really likes to listen to people. He's very curious and what
they
you have to say.
They hated when I said that. Again, because I'm just telling you what happened. What, should I lie?
I guess so. I guess
right.
That's
He
what
kicked me in the balls under the table, and then
like I knew he would.
He threw the spaghetti against the wall when I raised the subject of tariffs. No, no.
Yeah, he listened.
Yeah. I think he actually wants more people around him for a stimulating conversation.
Yeah.
I was very surprised at, and mentioned it again, they hated me for it, that as opposed to so many important people I've met who, when you talk to them, you don't feel like they're really listening. They're kind of like, you know what I mean? And then when they answer you, it doesn't quite track, you know?
They're just waiting for their turn to talk.
Yes, or they're just on this different level. I mean, these are show people, too. I've had that. But I didn't get that with him at all.
No.
I got a guy who looked in my eye, was listening to what I said, waited until I finished, even when it was contradictory, when it was he never got blustery or mad about it. You know, he said some things that I don't agree with and some things that I think are just, you know, plainly not right, like, you know, third term, I think you could do it. I'm having people look into it. No, you can't do it. and you can have people look into it from now until the end of time. It's like 12 words in the Constitution. You can't do it. But he didn't get mad.
Right.
And then I also made the point that, you know, I went home that night and I was getting into bed in 60 Minutes. I taped it. And there he is on 60 Minutes, and he's like ranting and raving. I'm like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
This is not the guy I met.
Yeah.
And so I'm just the reporter here. I'm just telling you.
This was my experience.
If this is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, find a way to work with Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Hyde. I forget which one.
Yeah.
One of them you want to work.
One of them's good. One of them's nice, and one of them's not. And I couldn't tell you either. But yeah, I think it's you know, it's a matter of style, his leadership. A lot of people hate it so much that no matter what he accomplishes, like the day the hostages were freed.
Yes.
Bill, I thought.
Awesome.
I woke up, I turned on the TV because I wanted to see it, if it was actually happening. And it did. They were all released. And I thought, this is the thing that's going to bring people together because everybody wanted that. And I didn't hear people celebrating it.
Oh, I did. And got shit from a lot of media for it. I forget who said their headline was something like, Bill Maher spent 6 whole minutes praising Trump for his... Okay, well, it was a panel with 2 other people, so 3 of us were talking. 6 minutes on the subject isn't really that outrageous. It was kind of the big story of the week.
It's a huge story. It's still a huge story.
It was Mark Cuban and Andrew Ross Sorkin, 2 really smart guys, and me. And yes, we were all kind of in agreement.
How
credit
could
where credit is due.
Not be in agreement with that?
Because it's about their
Trump.
Feelings. It's about how they feel, Cheryl.
Yeah,
It's not about what really happened.
I know.
How does it make them feel? Not good, because Trump did something good. You know, and it's like I'm not going to live in that world.
And it wasn't just something good. You know, this was what people have been.
I said that.
Fighting for. They've been
trying to do this forever.
They've been.
Yes.
You know, I was reading Kamala Harris's book, and.
Would you lose a bet?
That really made you do a spit take.
Seriously?
Really
there's a sentence I never heard after Pass Me the Anvil. I was reading Kamala Harris's book. And they say you're not liberal enough?
Yeah.
People she's reading Kamala Harris's book. Give the woman a break.
But she was talking about, you know, the hostages and that the whole situation. She was basically saying it's impossible. Just we tried, and it's like, well,
Right.
but it seemed impossible, yes.
Well,
and then it happened, and both sides were released. It wasn't just, oh, this side got fooled, and and that was when I lost a lot of respect for some people.
I lost that respect a while ago. But to that point, you know, if you're in the wing of we don't breathe the same air, and how dare you talk to the president?
Right.
Why? What am I going to elevate him?
Right.
Oh my God! What's he going to become president of the United States?
Right.
There's no there to their argument, and here's a very good counter argument. The Middle East deal shows that, especially with him, everything is personal relationships.
Yeah.
If you don't get that about him, you're just screaming into the wind.
Right.
I hate Trump more than you do.
Right.
That's all they have.
Right.
Wow, you win the beat a dead horse contest.
Well, it's true. It is even like the Middle East. He is, and you're right. And it goes back to when you meet him in person and he listens, and he really does want peace.
That's one definite plus with him.
Yes.
I learned that at the dinner.
Yes.
But you also see it in the actions.
Yes.
He really hates war.
Yes.
Now look, I mean, I'm an Obama guy. When Obama said, "I'm not against all wars. I'm just against stupid wars," that's more my position.
Yeah.
I hope that Trump, first of all, I was not for his plan with Ukraine, which was, I can get a peace deal. Yeah, surrender.
Yeah.
Give Putin everything he wants. And it still didn't work. It just shows it works someplace. Now he just come back from China. I don't think he's handling China right. I think he thinks we have more leverage with China, and China has all the leverage. But in the Middle East, it worked. And part of the reason why is because they did have those personal relationships.
Yeah.
Jared Kushner, I know some of these deals with the Bahrain and whatever are probably a little sketchy, and they're going to make a lot of money for the family. Okay, I get it. But you know what? We're living in the world we're living in. And the people who are on their high horse, I mean, look, the head of Saudi Arabia did chop off a reporter's head. It's no doubt about it. And for a year, Biden was, I don't talk to you. And then he had to. Because it's Saudi Arabia. It's bad that he cut off a guy's head, but he's also modernizing the country. And these are the kind of mature, yes, difficult kind of compromises that mature people make. And Biden was there a year later fist bumping the guy that he said he wouldn't talk to, because you have to, because it's Saudi
you're a
Arabia.
leader of
They have the oil,
yeah,
and they're the counterweight to Iran. We need to talk to them.
Yeah.
And the Trump crowd they just don't play that game.
Yeah.
They don't pretend about anything.
No.
Now, some of it goes too far, and they sound or sometimes a little more than semi-racist. And they lots of stuff I fucking hate that they do. I said when he got elected, I said, I'm not going to pre-hate anything. And then 2 weeks later, I went, here's a list of things I hate. There's things I hate.
That must be true with every president, though. No?
Not to his degree.
Okay. Well,
His sins are much more existential, mostly about democracy and ignoring court orders and I don't like ICE, zip tying children and throwing them in vans. There's plenty to complain about, and I have, and he's noticed, and I'm not going to go into what's going on, but I hope to have dinner with him again, and he definitely doesn't like it when you critique him and thinks you're being unfair, but he is willing to listen.
yeah.
And he totally is not, because I, had dinner with him and then didn't become a Trumpist, he will yell at me, but does not want to cut me off. He does not want to cut me off, which is something I cannot say about the left.
Well,
they want to cut you off.
Well, that is true.